So the next album we're going to be talking about is 200 Stab Wounds.
Are they playing in the driveway right now?
So, as Justin alluded to, you've heard us talk about 200 Stab Wounds
in the driveway
many times on this podcast. We've often joked about how they're on every single tour that we ever announce.
Not really a joke.
And
kind of are.
They've even played in my driveway a few times, but we've never actually talked about their music. So 200 Stab Wounds is a death metal band from good old Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
They released their sophomore album, Manic Procedures, on June 28th of this year. There are 9 songs on this album for a total runtime of 29 minutes. The lineup consists of Steve Buell on vocals and guitar, Ezra Cook on the bass, Owen Pooley on the drums, and Raymond McDonald on the second guitar.
All right.
They open the album with Hands of Eternity, which I have to assume Justin loves, with the big, long, melodic intro before we get into straight spleen-pummeling riffage. I was so fucking stoked when this one first kicked into high gear. If you like 90s death metal,
I do.
You're going to dig this album.
I did.
Yeah, man, they suck you in with that acoustic riff for the first minute before it kicks in. There's such a melodic yet evil riff after that. Lots of double bass behind it. Lots of tempo changes. Vocals are very deep. Cookie Monster-esque gutturals, but I fucking loved them. This was a killer opener.
All right, Hands of Eternity got a music video. Check that shit out.
Yeah.
They definitely improved and tightened up their sound, but this song suffers from way too many build-up intro riffs. There's like a build-up, and then there's an intro, and then there's a build-up, and then there's a build-up.
I like
there's a fucking build. It's like, get to the fucking point. Get made like 2 or 3 songs out of just this one. Still pretty cool, though. Just saying.
He's saying they were edging him the whole time.
Dude, ready to fucking go. He's saying the whole night.
You know what that is?
I don't want no edging.
That's gross.
Fuck out of here. That's the next song, though.
Yes.
Which is a quick little pit mover. It's in and out, less than 2 minutes. Tons of double fucking bass. This is a good one, too.
1 minute and 49 seconds.
In and out. And I normally hate this shit, but I love this one.
All that it takes to inflict 200 stab wounds.
Of gross abuse.
So, Gross Abuse has a music video.
Oh, does it?
And it's pretty gross. Scenes of peeling flesh and guts and stuff, mixed with the band jamming and headbanging with their pointy guitars. This song, to get to it pretty quick, nice chunky groove with clean stops. It's a cool one, man. I like that one.
Speaking of gross, can we talk about the album cover? It's very Cannibal Corpse-ish.
Mm-hmm.
With the body
well, I
being
mentioned
just
that in the intro that a lot of bands lean into the gore and sucking
They're
gross
definitely
shit.
in that vein here.
200 stab wounds. I mean,
in that vein.
It's fucking bloody. If you're watching us on YouTube, you probably got a picture of that album on the screen.
Yeah, when you're done listening to this cool-ass fucking podcast, go check out the videos they got. It's fucking gross.
That too.
So they get into the title track next, Manic Procedures. This one, it's interesting because it almost starts out like a new metal song with some weird scratching and a bass and drum kind of build up. And then even when the guitar initially kicks in, it's full of groove.
This is just more balls to the wall, pit moving to me. Quick riffing, drummers in absolute full annihilation mode here.
Yeah, I didn't get new metal from this.
Just the intro. Then it got straight into like the Cannibal.
I must have zoned out.
I'm saying I don't like new metal, and I didn't get turned off at all. I would have opened with this song, actually. I know it's the title track. That would have been a good spot for it. It's got the cool little intro, I thought, and then it's an excellent dose of the meaty riffing and moshy grooves that is their sound. Short and to the point, no unnecessary filler. One of the better songs, killer fucking title track. Just poorly placed. I mean, 3 songs in is kind of fucking weird.
It is an odd placement for a title track.
I would have opened with it.
Either open or
it would have been a sick opener because it's got that slow build up. It would have been perfect
got enough
right there.
Of a build up. Like the first song has too much of a fucking build up, and then the intro, and then that build up. Like,
put the first song later on in the album.
Yeah. This would have been better.
Yeah. So they should have released the stench earlier. So they kicked this one off with some shredding right out of the gate. I think what I like most about this track, though, is all the sounds and the distortion in the background. They just create this overall atmosphere of unease.
I bet the drummer fucking loves being in this band.
He's probably fucking tired, though.
Sounds like he's having like tons of fun. No matter what riff they throw at him, he nails it. He gets the fucking right groove every time. Nice fills, excellent cymbal catches on the stops. I like this dude. Owen Pooley, he's fucking cool, man.
Owen Pooley.
I like that guy.
He's pulling a lot of good drums.
All right.
So then we get into Led the Chamber.
Liquefied.
/ Liquefied, yes. Very much appreciated this instrumental track in the middle of this album.
Yeah, for sure.
It ties right in with that uneasy atmosphere that I was just talking about. Instead of giving you kind of a break from the wall of noise, instead it just kind of leaves you in this weird place where you just have this odd suspense and you're just waiting to see what's going to happen next.
All right. So it's a cool instrumental. And I didn't catch this on the first listen through, but the second time I caught it and it totally makes sense to me. You know, the crazy ending where it's all like distorted madness and shit? It's like the end of fucking side A, man. And then the next song, Flesh from Within, which is one of my favorite tracks on there, it's the beginning of side B. It's totally that fucking vibe of back in the day when it's tapes. And you know, I like the B-side shit. And that fucking song, Flesh from Within, is fucking sick as fuck, dude.
This is track 5 out of 9.
It's right in the fucking middle.
Center, so.
And it just has that vibe of we're ending fucking side A. You get that cool fucking madness, the distorted fucking crazy fucking shit. And like you said, you're like, where are we?
Distorted crazy, but that solo is
Switch sides.
so fucking
Kick it in.
clean.
Flesh from Within. That's what I got. And every time I listen to it now, I'm like, that's fucking side A. We go side B. That's fucking cool.
Cool
man.
shit, man.
Hello, CD listeners. We've reached the part of the album where those listening on cassette will have to flip the tape over
Tom Petty.
and
Hell
wait for the
yeah.
next side to start.
For those of
Fuck
you that
yeah,
aren't
TP.
for those of you that aren't in Gen X or millennials, you don't even know what a
Suck.
fucking cassette is, probably.
Fucking
Hey, you
Out of
don't
respect
suck.
to
You're
those
just
listeners,
young.
we'll now pause for a
hell
few
yeah.
seconds.
That's fucking awesome. I love that part too. Hell yeah.
So another standout for me.
Tom Petty showed up on the death metal episode. Fuck.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
Goddamn right he did.
Hell yeah.
Another standout for me is Ride the Flatline. I was surprised to see Jamie Morgan from Code Orange featured on a death metal song,
Mhm.
but this really ended up being one of the standouts for me. Admittedly, they do veer off of the death metal course a little bit, and they infuse a little bit of hardcore flavor, but I do definitely dig it. It's also very refreshing to hear a different type of vocal after hearing Steve Buell's Cannibal Cookie Monster voice the whole time.
Cannibal Cookie. You skipped over Defiled Gestation, which I have to just jump back to real quick because that song has
Gestation.
It's
whatever, but it has so much
it wrong.
so much groove to it. Really cool shit. Tons of bounce and energy.
Heaviest
That's
track on the record.
Stand out track.
Fuck it. It's fucking brutal.
fucking
Total
love
circle pit song.
Defiled Gestation.
Yes.
That's a dirty
And it's
gestation.
cool. Vocals don't come into like halfway through the
It's a
goddamn shit.
great
It's
track.
fucking-
I loved it.
But check this out. Ride the fucking
Check it out.
flatline.
Ride
You're
that
talking about
flatline.
the vocals.
Blistering riffing.
Song's cool. On the back end of this one is where they start to do the switch hit vocals.
Yep.
It's a nice change
The
up in
second
dynamic.
time Steve, the guy from fucking 200 Stab Wounds, comes in, it's super subtle, but underneath is another set of vocals, and it's almost kind of like the Goblin style.
Yes.
And it adds this cool dynamic, but they only do it the fucking once, which makes it even cooler, man.
Mhm.
Dude, it's sick.
You pick
yes,
up
I
on
know
that? You know,
exactly what
That's
you're
fucking
talking
cool
about.
in that.
This album I've listened to a lot, and I
Not
know
a big singing lyrics guy, but I like when they do some cool fucking tricks like that.
Parasite is the closing track.
Parasite. Nice.
Possibly the best song on the entire album, in my opinion. Super thrashy riffing, infused with a healthy helping of groove, and somehow more pissed off than everything else on the album.
Opening lyrics are great. Nan and Pa are gone, holding hands, arms blown off. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Brutal crusher to close it. Nice fade out killer fucking song.
Yeah, man. It's got a groovy riff that just comes riding out. One of the highlights of the album. There's also some vocal changes and some audio samples in there. I like the static fade out. It's a great way to close the album, leaving you wanting more. These guys are just grinding it out with some thrashy groove, infused death metal. Drums are in the forefront, pounding double bass, fills, and change-ups, but we still get a lot of blistering riffing and cool solos in there. The Cookie Monster vocal isn't something that I always enjoy, but they do it well here. It doesn't overtake any song. It just kind of blends in. It's another instrument. This album's pretty much nonstop, in your face, brutally fun death metal for the entire 30 minutes. 200 Stab Wounds Manual Manic Procedures gets a 5 out of 6.
All right. Yeah, killer stuff from the hardest working band in death metal right now. If they made an EP out of the back half of this record, it'd be an easy 6 for me.
Ooh, nice.
But the front bit is a bit of a mess. Still fucking cool, though. 200 stab wounds, manual manic procedures is a 4.5. Upside pentagrams for me.
For all the jokes that we made about 200 stab wounds, I had never actually sat down and listened to them until
I didn't either.
after this album came
You know
out.
what I mean?
But this one has honestly been in my rotation ever since its release. Out of the 3 albums that we reviewed this week, this is the one that's been in the rotation that I've heard the most.
So it's a 6. So it's a 6.
200 stab wounds brought the gore, the violence, the anger, and the technical precision
GVART.
with their sophomore album. It's one of my favorites of 2024 so far. 200 stab wounds, manual manic procedures is a 5.5 out of 6
5.5.
All right.
for me.
Very nice.
I do spin the back half of it quite a bit. It would have been, if they'd put an EP of that shit, that's 6 all fucking day.